drive, same dreams, see things the same way, same eyes, same schemes. Although the odds are stacked against you, there ain't no looking back. Everybody goes against you.
Though I'm hating, son, you
But you know you bring the heat every time you on a track. All you need's a buzz in the street, the fiends on it like crack. Waking up early, going to sleep late, all in pursuit of the almighty release date. Yeah. 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 What up, 730? Hustle harder. Butter beats. It's hard not to bite the hand that feeds you, so you learn to feed yourself. Try to find some fans that need you, so you can fill the shelves. Hustle mixtapes and EPs, trying to make a dent. Move back in with the fam, so you ain't gotta pay the rent. Find a cat who's down to ride, live hungry, same struggle. If you do the math right, that should make your money double. Gotta have the right mentality, same drive, same dreams. See things the same way, same eyes, same schemes. Although the odds are stacked against you, there ain't no looking back. Everybody goes against you.
Though I'm hating, son, you
But you know you bring the heat every time you on a track. All you need's a buzz in the street, the fiends on it like crack. Waking up early, going to sleep late, all in pursuit of the almighty release date. Yeah. 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 What up, 730? Hustle harder. Butter beats. It's hard not to bite the hand that feeds you, so you learn to feed yourself. Try to find some fans that need you, so you can fill the shelves. Hustle mixtapes and EPs, trying to make a dent. Move back in with the fam, so you ain't gotta pay the rent. Find a cat who's down to ride, live hungry. Math right, that should make your money double. Gotta have the right mentality, same drive, same dreams. See things the same way, same eyes, same schemes. Although the odds are stacked against you, there ain't no looking back. Everybody goes against you. But you know you bring the heat every time you on a track. All you need's a buzz in the street, the fiends on it like crack. Waking up early, going to sleep late, all in pursuit of the almighty release date. Yeah. Yeah. What up, 730? Hustle hard. Butter beats. It's hard not to bite the hand that feeds you, so you learn to feed yourself. Try to find some fans that need you, so you can fill the shelves. Hustle mixtapes and EPs, trying to make a dent. Move back in with the fam, so you ain't gotta pay the rent. Find a cat who's down to ride, live hungry, same struggle. If you do the math right, that should make your money double. Gotta have the right mentality, same drive, same dreams. See things the same way, same eyes, same schemes. Although the odds are stacked against you, there ain't no looking back. Everybody goes against you. But you know you bring the heat every time you on a track. All you need's a buzz in the street, the fiends on it like crack. Waking up early, going to sleep.
I was trying to blend that a little smoother, but Dr. Strange was giving me a hard time about playing the music last night. I don't know, a hard time. He was basically telling me how Twitch would take a hit for it. I haven't got any warnings yet, but to try and avoid that, I searched for public domain tonight. So, not that I'm digging that one either, so. I should have bookmarked the ones I found earlier. There's a lot more ambient house music or something. Anyways, so a couple things that I thought about like as soon as I got off the air last night. It's like, oh yeah, I should have done that with like the last 10 minutes I had. So one thing, the snacks here, this is still the Expo site. And they divided up. You got projects, which is what we published last night. It's the 41 here, the Twitch demo. So snacks are a little lighter weight. You can embed them in a web page, or like if you're posting in a forum and you just need a demo of your code, they're kind of an easy way to communicate with other programmers. So I'm just going to come to the bottom here and say create a new snack. And it gives you a name, Frisky Toffee. So I can edit Frisky Toffee, we'll call it what? Call this Dice Face. Dice Facer. Sure. And then, okay, so we got Dice Facer, and it took me a while to find this last time, but import from the Git repository. bring it from this one. What is it already? Tab. Space, there it is. Alright, so it's just going to import from the repo that I published last night. Yeah, it is a programming stream. Alright, so this screen does not exist. iOS and Android is what it's trying to publish to, so when it goes to web, it's defaulting to a screen that doesn't exist. So there, if you're on the web, you just have to say go to home screen. And there's our tab 1 and tab 2. And then, like I said, it's an easy way to demo your work to other programmers. So they've got all the files that you made for that. Everything that shows up in the GitHub here is copied over to that snack. So like the assets, images, icon. So that's what we brought in icon and then app.json. We did the description, Twitch demo. So that's really the only thing we changed from the template and then published that last night. So now that's up in a little demo. Let's see, version 40. Technically that should be 41 now. And so that fixed having the dark over here even. Oh, well no, I spoke too soon. It's still dark. So anyways, that snack, that's one thing I forgot. And then the other thing, there's a UK publishing company, Pact. So last night's free book, it's professional JavaScript. And it's usually around midnight. I guess it's automated, so like maybe some nights they're like a half hour late or something. Anyways, they put up free ebooks every day, almost every day. So I usually try, and that's like 8 o'clock our time. So I usually try and check and see what the free ebook of the day is. And I'm already signed in. So I'm just gonna, this should go to pactpub.com/free learning, I think. It's loading. Yeah, it's trying to load. Probably got a lot of things bottlenecking. Let me know if let me know if I start buffering. The stream's not staying steady. That was another thing I changed last night. I bumped up the resolution, but I cut back the frames per second. But between streaming the music down, pushing video up. Okay, so domain-driven design in PHP. That's today's free ebook. It's available for the next 23 hours, 24 minutes, 25 minutes. And then you have to actually open the ebook, or else you're just looking at the cover. You have to be signed into your account and then open it, and then you don't have to hit start. But if you do get a free ebook, you can actually see credits. If you read 50, I got a new one. I was at 27. So if you read 50 pages, or if you just like scroll to the bottom and hit next, so it checks off the page even. But if you read 50 pages a month, then they'll give you a free credit to read it. Another, like you can buy an ebook, even if it's not listed free that day. So, alright. So that's Pact. Oh, let me show the Discord. So we got repo, music, snacks, double Twitch, credits. Alright, so the other thing, let's see, achievements. This is what I'm working on, apart from getting affiliate like we all are. This get 5 people chatting at the same time. So hopefully having the Streamlabs show up. Maybe I should chat more myself in there. So just audio. But I'm trying to get this 3.5 to 5.5. And I don't know how we didn't hit that last night, because I know we had 5 viewers, and I know everybody was chatting. But for whatever reason, it didn't register here yet. And then channel analytics, I'm still hitting at 1.3. So, I don't know how that'll average out. Some of this, let's see, last 30 days. So maybe when some of these, maybe that one falls off, it'll help change that. Alright, so the only other kind of loose end before I really get started would be and I'm sure I'm going to say this wrong no matter how I say it. I don't know if it's Kia. So if you give me a clue how to make sure I'm saying that right. I found her in one of my Facebook groups, kind of like I found Dr. Strange with his idea here. But she does emotes. So I'll post her portfolio and price list in our Discord. She had mentioned giving us like a group discount if we all wanted to go in. If not, I think I want to at least get a Turtle Wolf emote for my channel. I think it's Dr. Strange. Somebody mentioned that last night in the chat about how some people will subscribe to a channel just to get their emotes, even if they're not watching, because they can use them in other places. So I already had that in the back of my mind, and then I saw her posting in the group about how she does emotes. So I am chatty. Should I not be so chatty? It's funny that I'm being chatty now, because if you go back and watch stuff from like even a month ago, like I would just sit here and work in silence. I'd have the music in the background, but it was literally just me typing on the screen, which is why my viewer average is so low. Sometimes I'll say I'm the most boring channel on Twitch, because it's literally just like this. It's like me just sitting here on them, and not even this much, because I didn't have the chat stream up here. But like it's literally just me sitting here at my desk typing code. And then they usually have no idea what I'm typing about, and I usually wasn't. I've just started using my phone app, so especially if I'm focusing. Oh, that's mine. I low-key dig the American accent. I struggle to talk myself nonstop if there's not many in the chat. I'm here and I'm seeing chat words. So yeah, I started using my phone, and the phone doesn't even work. Like it's just a Wi-Fi brick that I use for testing the. I might show that either tonight or maybe tomorrow night. See how our time goes. But like I literally just used the iPhone for testing the apps that I'm working on. But I realized I could install the Twitch app on there through Wi-Fi and then still use that. Because like when I'm working like this, I've got the left screen. I'm trying to go through the tour here. I've got the left screen. I've got the right screen. So I've got my Twitch stuff going on. And I'll tab that back up. Okay, so Twitch controls. A little more right screen with like sort of pulled in. So I usually just got these two monitors, and then I put like the left monitor over the top of the Twitch controls. But anyways, the more pixels a programmer has, the more productive they are. And so trying to use all my workspaces in front of me, I didn't have anywhere where I would forget to tab over to another chat window just to see what was going on in the chat. So a lot of times I'd have people come into my chat, watch me work in silence, they'd sit there and text 2 or 3 messages, I'd miss them all, and then they would just go away. So build a community, that's what I'm working on. Give it now, we need the badge, give the badge, Twitch. I like the octopus. I like how it's 4 emojis, or emotes, all strung together. That's pretty cool. If you're building a Discord community and all like my work, I'd totally be an in-house designer for you guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm in. I'm not the one in charge. I guess the Democracy and Dr. Strange put together. But she's got my vote, guys. feel free to check out my Discord through my stream channel. Could do with some help on building my Discord up. So she was trying to send me an email, but I don't like opening personal like emails or phone numbers. I try and keep that stuff off channel, passwords. So I was trying to look through that before, but I didn't see the email in time. But it should be there. I'll look at it overnight, send you guys some screenshots in the Discord. Maybe follow up on that a little bit more tomorrow night. So I think that's all the kind of like loose ends, forgotten stuff. Did I watch Invincible? I'm loving some Invincible. They had the season finale today. The soundtrack's great. The story's good. If you've not been following it, it's on Amazon Prime. It's the same guy, the writer of the comic book, is the same guy that wrote The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman. I want to build like a sci-fi universe within my server and have some lore within my stream. I've got a lot of loose ends for sci-fi in my head. Like archaeologists that are working on, so not Mars, go in the other direction. So Neptune, Venus. Venus is covered in greenhouse gases, right? So it's almost like a bit of a Planet of the Apes feel. So you've got like these maybe drone archaeologists that are digging through the ruins they've uncovered on Venus under all the greenhouse gases. And basically they find like I gotta look at the map. I think I got it backwards. Venus is closer to the sun, and Mars is further from the sun. I can look this up. We're on the internet. I've looked it up before, but I've forgotten. Let's do a map of solar system. Don't need a bit of scale. Just do it in order. It seems like I got lucky and it went in the order. Like I come up with the story first. Yeah, see, Venus is closer, Earth, and then Mars. And I always had it backwards in my head. I always thought Mars was closer. So the archaeologists are working on Venus. They get below the greenhouse gas. It's bigger there. It's kind of like that bigger. Don't matter. All right. Alright, so as they're working on Venus as archaeologists, they get below the greenhouse gases, and it's kind of like when he finds the Statue of Liberty on the beach. It's like they realized that Venus was the previous civilization before everybody moved to Earth. And so next, logically to escape the climate change on Earth, we'll have to go to Mars. But the key is they all, like, the sun's supposed to, in 5 billion years, it's supposed to expand and burn up the Earth. We'll take it in the other direction. It's like, the only reason it expands is because it runs out of fuel. But if all of these are falling in, like, rotationally, like they keep going into the sun, so like Mercury would be fuel, Venus would be fuel, so basically they all move in one. It's like the gas giants compress down, so like Jupiter, as the gases settle on Mars, or as the gases on Jupiter settle down and become more compressed, it would turn into what Mars is. And as we move from Earth to Mars, it moves into the Goldilocks zone and kind of terraforms into what we've been going through. And then, so it's almost like there's a time loop where they think they're on Earth, find out they're on Mars, and they're actually looking at the ruins of us, and like another 3 billion years from now or something. It's called Olympus Mons. Space is the best. Largest known volcano in the whole universe is on Mars. The whole solar system. The whole solar system. I've got a space poster on my wall. I'm not sure what the PMSI. Is that a franchise? Is there something I should watch? That's where the Scald armor comes from. That's all I got on the screen. I'll have to scroll up. It means piss myself laughing. Okay, let's see. I've got a space poster on my wall, piss myself laughing. Hey, sometimes astronauts do have to go in their spacesuit. I think Area 51 is where the U.S. develops new aircraft. Probably. I'm sure here's my theory, apart from the one I was just going through here. I mean, that's one I've got a lot of loose threads. I just don't know how to tie them all into one big overarching concept. But, it talks about, like, if you want to get biblical about it for a minute, they talk about, like, the being kicked out, expelled from the Garden of Eden. What if it's a mistranslation and, like, Earth is Eden? Like, we're still in the garden, people just forgot to take care of it. So that's what climate change, well, I don't even like to call it climate change, that's kind of whitewashing it. Global warming, climate catastrophe. They call it climate change, or that was marketing to make it easier to cope with, keep people from getting all excited about it. But it is global warming, it's climate catastrophe. So anyways, we're still on the planet of Eden. Angels or aliens. The universe is a hologram. That's a good one to look into. A lot of people confuse hologram and simulation. Like the Doctor on Star Trek or Voyager. He was a hologram, but what's he simulating? He's still got freedom of choice. He's still got free will. I got lots of theories about multiverse. I think the next generation of planes will have no pilot. Oh yeah. Space was legit my childhood fascination, not where they faked the trio to the moon. I believe we've been to the moon. I don't think they had to fake much. I'm not saying they've never faked anything, but I believe we've legitimately set foot on the moon. They went to the moon, yeah, just not when they said, I reckon. I think they got to the moon and got told, you don't need to be here. Like, thanks for showing up, please go home now, before we do a lot more damage to your ship. So multiverse, I'll come back to that one. I want to make sure I read the rest of these real quick. Dangerous thing to travel down. I'm not sure what, I'll have to scroll back through these later. All the the ships, yeah, so ships and multiverse, let me get back to both of these. And Transformers, pilots are the limit on planes. S4 is where it really went down. I'll have to look up S4, that one doesn't ring a bell. They had to win the space race, didn't they? They cannot handle the acceleration. Yeah, so on planes, if you look it up, this was like 10 years ago even, they'll grow a petri dish, like they'll take stem cells from a brain and let it grow neural tissue in a petri dish. They feed it like 1 drop of sugar water a day to keep it alive, and also to reward it. And then they'll hook that up to a simulator, like a flight simulator, and train it to fly the plane. So it's almost like Cylons. It's like an organic component in a robot or machine. So, yeah. And they give it, if it can, like that's how they let it know it did a good job. If it doesn't crash the plane, if they send it crosswind in the simulator and the petri dish can stabilize the airplane, then they'll give it an extra little drop of sugar water that day. Good job. You didn't crash. And then if it does crash, I guess they make it wait a little bit longer to get its food or its reward or whatever. And they've got petri dishes that they've kept alive for the last decade. And he said the biggest challenge is when they moved labs. He lost one because like it wasn't in the refrigerator or whatever, so it got too warm, and he lost a petri dish in the move.
For spring projects with help from the Home Depot. Install a brand new faucet, lay down fresh new flooring, roll on a bright new coat of paint. Need to fix
Pilots take up too much space and weight. But I mean more speed though, not always the best thing to go. More crashing. I don't want no organic component. I watched the movie Life. Kelvin was bad enough. I haven't seen Life, I'll check that out. it will be robotics and remote control, like a big video game. Yes. Yeah, I mean, we've already got drone pilots, living in Texas or wherever. They fly in a drone somewhere overseas and then check out at 5 and go pick their kid up from a baseball game. Like, it's... If you watch the movie Last Samurai, you can see the commercialization and industrialization of war. And it goes from something that you've got to look the person in the eye and actually confront, be like, hey, this is what we're disputing over, this is why I disagree with you, to, hey, this is a Gatling gun, I can mow you down from a mile away and never even have to talk to you about what's going on or why. So, very depersonalization of war to fight it remotely with the drones. It's almost like that episode of Star Trek where they just fight it on computers and then all the buildings are saved, but they send people into the disintegrators if the computer said they didn't survive. Yeah, so UFOs, I think the aliens or angels are still on planet Edion. So the one thing I wanted to circle back to is multiverse. Look at fractal theories, how it repeats. So basically, every black hole has the potential for a new universe inside of it. And so every galaxy has a black hole at its center. And so just like the sun, all the planets rotate down into the sun, all the suns rotate down into the center of the black hole, and the black hole recycles it all into the universe. And then eventually, time waves ripple out that pocket space, that pocket time. You can also look up how space becomes time inside a black hole. They invert. Time becomes space, and space becomes time. We hear the same thing, but they actually invert their axis. So going deeper into the black hole, you end up moving through time inside the black. I don't know. There's some PBS videos on it. It gets really hard to explain. But you combine the holographic principle, fractal theory, and black holes, and basically you'll see how and they also talk about genetic evolution of black holes. So whatever pocket universe that black hole is birthed off of, the constants like the speed of light, weight of gravity, I don't remember what all they are, but there's 72 little meters that say are perfectly fine-tuned for life in this universe. But any of the black holes that spawn new universes off this universe could be a slight variation of any of those. And so whichever universe has the best conditions for forming black holes has the most black holes to form more black holes. So it becomes it's like evolution, but instead of for animals, for universes. We're not bodies, we have bodies. Yeah, if you look at the holographic theory, it's like there's something smeared and two-dimensional on the sphere of the outside. There's a copy. It's Hawking radiation. Like matter and antimatter. If there's a virtual particle appears on the edge of the event horizon, it's like a vertical like matter and antimatter as a virtual particle will pop in for a split second at the event horizon, and usually they just cancel each other out. As soon as it forms, it disappears. But if it's on the event horizon, they'll separate, so that one will stay in this universe and one will go into the black hole. Well, that's the same place they get the holographic theory. There's a two-dimensional film on the event horizon that's trying to travel away at the speed of light, but space is traveling in at the speed of light, so instead it just stays stuck on the event horizon on the surface of the black hole. So there's something in the holographic theory about something smeared in that two-dimensional outside surface that is projected to make up the 3D volume inside that black hole. So yeah, it's like what's inside the black hole matches a copy of what's on the outside of the black hole, and it just at a fractal level, it just keeps repeating and forever. So that's probably all I got on that subject. I don't know how much time I got left. I think I can actually do some real programming, or it was kind of fun to get off on some sci-fi and some theories. Well, I just have an audience for that, but maybe I should go off on that a little more often. I've closed almost all tabs. The duality paradox, isn't it? The universe is a projection of our mind, yeah. Right? Deep stuff. I'm gonna see what I missed here. Scroll a little bit. Pilots, robotics, big video game. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just hard to know. The Matrix is a documentary. Definitely XD. I low-key believe that every time we take photos, we trap a version of ourselves from an alternate dimension and in the position of the photo. Yeah, possibly. The Native Americans had a similar concept. Like when you take a photo of somebody, you're stealing a piece of their soul. At least I've heard that. I don't know that I've talked to one directly that says, yes, that's what we believe, but that's popular culture says that's what they believe. Got me overthinking. Yeah, I could go off on some stories about that, but it might be against their community standards. We're supposed to say don't do drugs, kids. I'll just say I had before I got into programming, I had a vision that like the internet is like the nervous system of Mother Nature. You know, like I could be sitting here in Tennessee and have no idea what's going on with the Amazon rainforest, but because we've got this global network, you know, I know that the little planet's got lung cancer. You know, we've got these huge trees that recycle oxygen for us, and we're cutting them all down for meat that could be grown in petri dishes. You know, because we want our cheeseburger, we're cutting down rainforest. Alright. So, where are we at on time? Half hour? Yeah, I can get some programming done in 25 minutes. I'll just keep it simple. Trying to remember what I had in mind. So, base mesh. Looking for the one we made last night. It's 41. So if I just say open in a terminal, I've probably got some sci-fi theories I forgot about. Pops in my head, I'll mention it in a little bit. So code, this directory, exit. I never get it typed out in time. It's always open before I get done. Okay.
Turn to the experts at NerdWallet.
Let's see if there's a better screen for this.
With a new backyard big enough to kick in, we can
Maybe
help you
that
find
one.
new mortgage.
What I'll do,
Credit card that turns your new console
let's
into
do
cashback rewards.
both screens first. Alright,
Whatever
so I
you're
got
looking
chat
for,
stream here.
of the top mortgage
Oh, you
lenders
still can't see that, can you?
so you can easily
Let me
find
try
for all your money
left
questions,
screen.
turn to the nerds at
Right screen. Okay,
nerdwallet.com.
now you can see them.
NMLS 1617539.
The right screen don't have it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this one that says both screens. I'm gonna copy the chat stream. Copy. Okay, now I'm back to left screen. Right screen. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll paste. So something like that, maybe. Alright. So that's right screen. Both screens. Could probably make that one a little bit better. Or bigger, sorry. So unlock it. Pull it out. I'd left room in there for emotes, so I might bring that back once I got some emotes to play with. But they should show up in chat anyways. Okay, right screen. Yeah, this is the one. So if I do paste. Where's my chats? There we go. It's unlocked, so I want to stretch it out. I got 2 of them? Yeah, I do. That's not what I meant to do either. Hold on.
With desire. Broken dream.
Just delete, remove. Just looking for the wrong word. Okay, so let me chat stream, unlock.
Domain.
I'm gonna try and make that one a little bit bigger.
Reoccurring.
Still got a lot of room at the top. Might as well use it.
Belongs to no one.
So something like that maybe.
Owned by everyone.
And then lock it in place. Okay. So we got left screen, there's nothing there. Here's what I meant to paste them.
Every curve that belongs.
Then lock that one. Getting whipped by iPods like in The Simpsons. Hopefully to save us. Oh, I don't remember what you're laughing at now. I guess the text above it. Okay, like The Simpsons. During the dinosaurs, they created a greenhouse effect because there were so many of them, and they ate the leaves off the trees. I mean, you're talking about a long enough time span. Like, think about what's left of us in 10,000 years from now. Now, if you look at the pyramids, they say that to get the kind of erosion they have, it's John Anthony West is the guy that inspired the guy that wrote Ancient Aliens. But he says it's not about the aliens. Like, it could be humans, but just an earlier version of us. But basically talks about the pyramids have water erosion on them. And to have that kind of water erosion, you wouldn't get it in a desert. It has to be like a wet climate, like a rainforest. So Egypt used to be like the Amazon. But instead of 4,000 years ago, it was about 12,000 years ago. So think about, the plastics, the glass, rubber tires, asphalt. Think about what any artifact of our civilization like today, what would remain of that in 12,000 years? After all the erosion, after just being out, even after like 10 years with weeds growing up, a lot of abandoned places start falling apart pretty quick. So, to find like a lighter or spark plug that hasn't completely rusted in 12,000 years would be a challenge. It's almost like trying to prove a negative. It's like you've got to dig through every little grain of archaeology to prove that there was, and there is a time period that did have some greenhouse gases. They just didn't hit it as quick as we did. It was like over 2,000 or 3,000 years instead of over 100 years. So it may have been more like a steampunk level of technology, where like they had advanced technology, it just wasn't maybe as elaborate or full-blown as we have now, but it stayed around for several, for like 1,000 years or so. They could have planes, and zeppelins, and telescopes, So, pyramids were used as electrical conductors. Yeah, I've seen some suggestions of that too. Either conductors or batteries or both, possibly. Alright. code. Is that on the screen? Yeah, me and you may be the last two. And we've got the most unusual channels. Like almost everybody's some form of gaming. You do your music and meditation, I do programming, and those aren't really hot, exciting channels usually. So we will be the last two to make it. And we had time before that is bringing our average down. 7, hey, that's awesome. I'm usually, before we started this little experiment, I was at 0.7 consistently. Not popular, yeah. We are not at the popular table. It's alright. I always kind of put the stream and the, like I always said I didn't want doing this to get in the way of my work. Like, and some days I'll let it, you know, I'll spend an hour or two trying to mess with the settings in OBS, or even a day, just researching it and figuring out what's going on with it. And it's like, this isn't making a program or a software at all in any way, which is what I'm supposed to be working on. So, for me, the streaming should be auxiliary and secondary to getting the work done. So that's always kind of been a guiding principle. You know, it should be an added layer and not something that gets in the way of it. But it can definitely enhance it. It was actually in a podcast I was listening to a woman talk about like what she had learned from streaming her code live on Twitch for a year. And one thing she had said is once she got a little bit of an audience watching her, like it was extra eyes on the screen. They do a thing called pair programming, where you've got one person on the keyboard, but then you've got 2 or 3 different people looking at the screen, and they'll rotate. You know, say almost like we're doing, where we rotate an hour for each one. So they'll have 2 or 3 people working together, and they'll just rotate who's on the mouse and keyboard, but the other 2 have eyes on the screen and input. And that's kind of what it was like for her working online. She'd get stuck on a bug, and somebody in her chat would be like, hey, you missed this up here on line 22. Scroll up and you'll see like a little whatever going on. Or, oh, you should try this framework. Or, you should structure it like this. Or, you should try this in your data form array. Or, after the Streamfest, I'm going to try to bring people in from Facebook. Yeah, I think you could keep it going, like just to a, you know, I know you want to keep it a small group, but you could rotate who's in that group, or like at least who the Streamfest is that night. Like whoever the next 4 is that need to make affiliate, it's their time to rotate into the schedule. I think if we kept that up, like you should do the 6 to 10 to definitely focus on getting new people affiliated. But then you could just have the group open for the rest of the day and be like, hey, now you've made affiliate, and we've got this associated group of people that are, you know, trying to get from the 3 to the 75 or whatever. Yeah, I do too. Twitch is all about community. There's no reason to just make it a one week stand kind of thing, you know? Alright, so we can get any real work in here. We'll do. So probably the file. We want to work in most screen. We'll go with tab 1. Okay, the styles, that would be like your CSS, so I don't need that. The imports, we won't need yet. So this is basically right here. Tab 1.
Indoor skateboard parks. It's got the main
Just can't even comment these out. So the separator.
Natural contests and some street stuff.
Tab stream was out like.
All indoors.
I'm not gonna change much. Oh,
It's
yes.
fun. I opened about a year and a half now.
Let's try both screens. Right
I
screen.
definitely think
That might
that
be
there's a
better.
place for girl skaters. I think that
I'll do this.
it's not because we're females that we can't skate. We're just skate differently.
Okay, that might work. So right now I should just have tab 1, and we'll change this to Twitch. Save. I don't need to be that big. Okay, so now if I can just say X, but start.
I encourage girls to skate, sure. Anybody who wants to skate, skate.
And then A for Android. That should give us the emulator. There's the emulator back. Where's this? Probably needs to refresh. Try R. Keyboard. It might still be building. Tap here if your app doesn't automatically update after. Wait, it's still building. I left that community streamer Discord server. There's way too much going on. It was annoying. I think if you all band together and invite your solo Discord communities to join, you'll build a really nice community just because of the diversity you have going on. Yeah, maybe. It's worth a shot. I left the FFF Discord server too. Just an opinion. Sounds like a reasonable one. Definitely, we have stuck with and supported each other. Very rare to find these days. Yeah. You're really echoing. Echoing. We're gonna go about that. Let's rebuild, so we should see it. Second. Let's transfer that down. Put a filter on it. I appreciate the feedback. It's hard to know that. Audio move, compressor, noise suppression, noise gate. I don't know enough about audio to know which one of these work best to reduce the echo. Move value. Yeah. It's always good to weed some out. That's the big thing with Twitch these days. It's all about a free for all to get the most money out of it. And the thing is, there's not even that much money in it. I was watching somebody last night. So they've got like 4,000 followers. They're averaging around 11 viewers. And she said she makes like about $200 a month on a good month. You know? I've interviewed a lot of people on Facebook. Yeah. And I think you were going to ignore me at first. I said something about we had boring streams and you just never replied. You replied to the guy underneath me. I was like, well, I'll go check it out. See what this is going on anyways. Game expense. Any suggestions on why she tripped this compressor or noise gate? Noise. I guess noise suppression sounds worth a shot. RN noise higher quality. So is that any better? Am I less echoey now?
pretty
It's a
flabbergasted
good
with
idea,
all
especially to build yourself
Somebody's told
less.
them that, Mike
Yeah,
Tyson
I saw a lot of people giving him a hard time about it, like
I've
laughing
been
at
talking
it
about
or saying
11
that
and a half years now. I
it's
don't think
not
that
to do with
skate
the
parks,
filter.
are
Go in your audio settings, you might
t-shirts,
be.
you know?
Oh yeah, I am
Telling
monitoring myself.
people, hey, they can
You guys
build
picked
their
that up?
own yard, they can find,
I
places
didn't think
to
that would
build
come
their
through.
Oh.
Oh. So it's coming through the desktop audio too. Okay. Yeah, I am monitoring myself. Let's see. Yeah, thanks for that, because I wouldn't have known. Monitor and monitor. Okay, that's monitor off. Is that less echoey? Did that help? That's way better, way better. Okay, cool. Glad to figure that out too. So that's kind of feedback I don't get when I'm sitting here just working by myself. Way better. Okay, good to know. Where are we at on time? So 8 minutes. I don't know what else I can show in 8 minutes. But here's our demo. It says Twitch demo now. So there's still tab 2. So I turned off the separator. I don't know if you can, it's a very faint little gray line there. And then all this, the open up the code for this screen, change any of the text. Tab 2. So the only thing I kept was the tab 1 and just rewrote what was in there. So instead of tab 1, now it says Twitch demo. So we're almost out of time. I'll just do this real quick. I could probably edit the README, but I guess I'll work on that tomorrow night. And I'll come up with something a little more interesting. I might go ahead and put the dice in. That's a project I've had on the back burner for a minute. So if I do a get status, get add all, get status. That's what we're doing. We're getting that status, getting that affiliate status. So modified add. So you got to do a get commit message edited tab 1 to Twitch demo. So it actually took more to put the message on there than to actually change the code. Status. So get push. And then also we've got expo publish. And then the only other thing is if I wanted to do the snack, I don't think the snack automatically updates. And I might even be wrong about that. I haven't played with the snacks enough to know for sure. But so if I wanted to make, yeah, I guess I got time, a few minutes left, so I'll show it real quick. Let's go snack expo IO. So it's on the screen. Let's go both screens. Okay, so back there. So let's build the publication. So do root import get repository. About we're almost there. We're wrapping it up. 10 minutes to go. Can hear you clearly now. Good. Thank you. Repositories. 2 minutes ago. So just pull that one in. Import repository. probably do the same thing. It'll say it won't find the home page. That should be 41 now. It's a newer SDK. Loading should be there in a second. These are two different ones. This is the project. This is the snack. So now it says Twitch demo. So just like that, we've got the repo, we've got the snack, and then also my snacks. What I don't know is if the last one, see Dice Facer, I don't know if that one updates or not. That probably still says the other. I'm not sure what that one. Let's see. Not sure why I went back to this. Oh well, that's not as relevant. No description. Should have a. Okay, I'd updated the description for. Oh well, I won't waste time on it. I'll figure it out once I get off the air. So to wrap it up, thanks guys. It's been fun. I like the dragon one. So get status. Clear that. Actually, I can just exit that. What am I missing? There'll be something that I'll think about as soon as I get off air and be like, oh, I should have showed them that. It's fun talking about the sci-fi. There's probably lots I could expound upon there, but I think I hit the highlights at least. Global warming, fractal repeatings. We'll leave all these open and figure it out a little bit. There's just something I'm probably overlooking there. I don't want to just shut them all. So where's my other? Here we go. I don't think anything will show up in here for a while. Oh, is this? No, it's not. Weak Ollie public domain. I was gonna say it sounds like some Alan Watts. Just the voice sounds like Alan Watts at first. Just putting something in to show I'm shedding. I appreciate that. I don't know why I didn't make the chat community thing last night. I thought surely with all 5 people chatting that would have made the difference, but for whatever reason it's not shown up yet. Right at an hour, so I guess I'll sign off. I'll do my little exit song here. Hustle harder, head turners.
So you get paid. Same hood, same snake, same crook, same face. Big black elemental, the guard max powers. Head turners get together in the lab for hours. We've been on a hustle game since back in the day. To put it down and get on tracks and scream get away. Selling t-shirts at concerts and baseball games. Selling Newports and need no clientele for cocaine. Selling everything, man. The posters on my wall just trying to get one step closer to speaking to y'all. Slinging the clothes off my back, the hats and the kicks. Give me 7 7 more bars and I'll be slinging you this. Put in work, hit the radio, the colleges, the magazine. Won't be satisfied till I'm known as the Bean. On the grizzly all the time, stay tired, stay frustrated. Look back and say one day we finally made it. Set a nice place for a son or a daughter, but son, I'm still dreaming, so I gotta hustle harder, hustle harder.
We grind and scheme to rise like steam to get over's the American dream. Now,
hustle harder.
The American nightmares right here, rocking 3 stripes and Nike Airs. All over the beam, all my hustlers holding the cream, rocking the beads and the clothes is green. Respecting the OGs that's older than me. Walk with me while I show you that we hustle harder.
Y'all motherfuckers don't want it with Getaway. What up, Scotch? Suckers. Whole Butter Beats family hustle harder. Hustle, hustle harder. Everybody in the beam, get up, and hustle harder. Y'all don't hustle like us, y'all don't grind like us, man. Y'all don't put in work in the streets. Hustle harder. Hey yo, my shit is harder. Y'all cats might hustle hard, head turners, hustle harder, hustle harder.
We stay on the grind and break day. You was raised in the streets the same way.
Hustle harder.
If you raising the heat, there ain't straight bloody money, high stakes. Yo, this shit gotta change.
Hustle harder.
HT, CDs and tapes. Dub plates, heat the place, shots leave a trace. We hustle to get free, you sell your soul to get paid. Same hood, same snake, same crook, same face.
Big black elemental, the guard max powers. Head turners get together in the lab for hours. We've been on our hustle game since back in the day. To put it down and get on tracks and scream get away. Selling t-shirts at concerts and baseball games. Selling Newports and weed, no clientele for cocaine. Selling everything, man. The posters on my wall, just trying to get one step closer to speaking to y'all. Slinging the clothes off my back, the hats and the kicks. Give me 7 more bars and I'll be slinging you this. Put in work, hit the radio, the colleges, the magazine. Won't be satisfied till I'm known as the Bean. On the grizzly all the time, stay tired, stay frustrated. Look back and say one day we finally made it. Set a nice place for a son or a daughter, but son, I'm still dreaming, so I gotta hustle harder, hustle harder.
We grind and scheme to rise like steam to get over's the American dream. Now,
hustle harder.
The American nightmares right here, rocking 3 stripes and Nike Airs. All over the beam, all my hustlers holding the cream, rocking the beads and the clothes is green. Respecting the OGs that's older than me. Walk with me while I show you that we hustle harder.
Y'all motherfuckers don't want it with Getaway. What up, Scotch? Suckers. Whole Butter Beats family hustle harder. Hustle, hustle harder. Everybody in the beam, get up, and hustle harder. Y'all don't hustle like us, y'all don't grind like us, man. Y'all don't put in work in the streets. Hustle harder. Hey yo, my shit is harder. Y'all cats might hustle hard, head turners, hustle harder, hustle harder.
We stay on the grind and break day. You was raised in the streets the same way.
Hustle harder.
If you raising the heat, there ain't straight bloody money, high stakes. Yo, this